Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the south side is Blue Moon Von Boat. We got Leviatanjvl. So on the north side is the Purple Lightning Hawke. We got Mauwus. Probably butchered that name well enough. Wait, have I cast this replay before? Last updated? Nope. It's definitely from... not after the last stream. Nope. Either way, let's get started. Sorry, I had to double check my guess myself. Both CEOs have a pretty effective day-to-day. You got plus 10% firepower versus plus 10% firepower and plus 10% defense. This is a 3-base map where one is isolated island, but there is a black boat there, which this is very important. Hawke has to make sure to be careful, or Vombo has to be careful of his black boat to make sure it doesn't get on top of the port with a power or superpower to save some monies. But also Vombo and Hawke could take time and manipulate using his black or lander, not black boat, did I say black boat? In order to draw the Ex Machina, since this thing's a very valuable target. Part of me sort of wish that maybe there's some sort of edited version of the units where you can, some of these basic units here, we can apply a debuff that costs like 0 money to help not influence such things. Like just a way to create the maps. But looks like Hawke's recon will get a first strike on his opponent's recon. Do have an artillery there, could be used to strike this pipe scene. Just a tank down south for in return. And decides not to get a first strike on the opponent's recon. So this recon's reconnoitering the area. Does spot the infantry units. Should spot that tank there. And the artillery is heading down south. Usually I see a chain of tanks heading down the middle rather than an artillery piece heading early artillery piece heading down the middle. But now the artillery piece in range of the pipe scene, so maybe it's not going to hit the pipe scene. Gets a shot there, get a bit of repair damage. And the recon gets trapped and goes down. Probably not a good spot to end your turn of the recon. Probably could try putting one of these edge tiles there, just cause more issues. Double taps this recon there. So that's basically done for as well. But at least can fall back to, say, this forest here and just be a scout. Won't be in range of that forest, though. Pipe scene getting double tapped by the artillery and the tank. I don't know why I have trouble highlighting this tile. Down 39% health. Another tank, and infantry unit. Don't do better else before we see a power or a superpower there. Hawke could. I have a black wave, but it's very situational for a black wave. Most times we see a black wave in case when Hawke is fighting against Sasha, because there's no chance that he will ever deploy his superpower against Sasha. If he does something on very wrong or very right. Infantry, battlecopter, infantry, recon. First battlecopter in the field. Artillery, infantry, and anti-air. Hawke only has 1 tank in this region, while Von Bolt does have 2. Hawke has his con tower, and Von Bolt just captured his. Does get a couple hits there. Hawke has good core tanks. Von Bolt only has the 1 tank there. You could try it for a medium tank over here to help equalize this region. Right now it's 19,000 versus 21,000 income. So a medium tank is possible. Then you have 5,000 funds remaining, so you can go for a recon and infantry. So we got recon. He does double tap that recon. Interrupts that capture while at it. capture a couple more properties as well. He has 25,000 income, so he could go for full Neo tank. Does go for a medium tank, artillery, and infantry. Infantry and tank gets boosted forward. Good strike there. Artillery in range, but in vision range as well. So if you charge forward, hit the artillery, he of course will be in range this tank there, so it could be a form of bait. Decent amount of units over here as well. Wooden tank falls back. Artillery strikes the pipe scene, the other artillery pushed forward, and got a bomber out by Von Bolt. And medium tank's heading over towards this center-ish direction. And just pulls back the full health tank there as well. It's probably the best choice for it, rather than trying to stick close to the near the artillery. Looks like Von Bolt's about a half a turn ahead in income, so he has a nice little income advantage. Of course, he is player 2, so he is moving second. Battlecopter Recon Infantry by Hawke. 5C gets struck, 3%, and now 0%. And looks like he's going to try to push forward. Hits the artillery. Bomber heading towards the east. Tank battlecopter with 6,000 funds remaining, so could go for artillery or double mech. Infantry. Will double tap that tank, no problem. Anti-air nearby as well, will be able to take that battlecopter. And Hawke is lacking an anti-air asset over on the right flank, which means this bomber is going to reign supreme, and this Neo tank is going to come forward at the wrong time because of the bomber in the region. Over here, the Hawke does have anti-air. Bombo is lacking anti-air, but right now no aircraft threaten it, though this battlecopter will always head up north and be the anti-air, or at least anti-battlecopter tool. And Von Bolt goes for a fighter to support out the bomber. Not a bad idea. Hawke has access to a black wave, which could possibly find some use. Battlecopter will strike the artillery. Oh, he does go for the black wave. So 10% global damage, and I mentioned a little bit of health for Gen Global as well. He goes from 130,000, 152 to 136 and 134. So he restored 4,000, dealt about 15,000 damage to Von Bolt. Not too bad. I mentioned he does get +10 global. We'll be flipping that property there. Speaking about flips, no interrupts. Black Boat's down to 1% health now. And we could see an Ex Machina relatively soon, so you may want to prep Ex Machina bait this turn. Neo tank. Ex Machina will land in the middle right here, hit the lander and the Neo tank. I don't think there's anything more valuable there, so he has Ex Machina bait. Of course, it'll slow down his reinforcements over here, but he can't be losing the entire flank in return. But the Von Bolt's making good headway on the left flank. Bomber strikes regular tank there. And oh! Ex Machina hit the flank still. There must have been so much value here. Yeah, there's a lot of value there. See 3 tanks and an anti-air artillery. He also hit his own recon, which also would subtract the value there, but still, it went through his recon, hit everything there. That is a powerful Ex Machina. This was not enough bait there. And I would assume that would have been high enough, large enough bait, but I was mistaken. This effectively gives Von Bolt a double turn on this flank. Because literally everything there is locked down. Though he doesn't have too many assets to put threats over here. Only a medium tank. That's... yeah. The X Machina will give him a double turn, but it was more able to stabilize the region while to decimate this flank there. So it's not... it's going to hurt, don't get me wrong. But it's nothing critical against Hawke there. He pushed towards the Neo tank there. He needs to surround that bomber and lock it down that way. Good kills there. Yeah, surround the bomber with junk, with fodder. Got a lot of infantry units there and the 1 health tank. He decides just to form a wall around the Neo tank there. This bomber cannot reach the Neo tank, but trying to see any way for him to take out that 1 health infantry unit there, or 1 health tank. If he's able to take out that 1 health tank, the Neo tank could be bombed. I just don't like how thin that wall is. Probably would have been a good idea to push the infantry unit there a little bit farther forward. He does go out for a fighter there. Speaking of fighter, takes out the battlecopter. Battlecopter strikes infantry unit there. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to reach that Neo tank with the bomber. Getting some good hits over here. A little bit of health on that 3 health tank to 5 health is very important. Artillery, battlecopter, infantry, and tank. Safe bet there. Keep your distance. Hit a 9 health tank. That's definitely the best target there. Hawke could eye for another power next turn. Or this turn. I mean, would repair us some damage on the left flank. Couple good picks there. Recon will strike the infantry unit there. A second fighter? Ugh. That's a little bit too heavy in fighters, I'd say. It's more likely to guarantee the kill of this fighter and the bomber, but still, that's a pretty big investment there. An anti-air support would probably be better than another fighter, because the anti-air will at least able to get a free damage on a fighter. He has vision of that Neo tank. The bomber is in range of the Neo tank. According to this, he has vision of the fighter there since it's glowing. In theory, he can range it. The problem is he does not know if there's anything in that forest. The battlecopter could get next to the forest or go on the forest there, strike the infantry unit there so his assets can strike this stuff over here. Be a bit of a gamble though. With our cast vision, we know it's going to be a pretty safe gamble, because it's nothing there, but still. But does decide to pull them back, which is probably the safer bet. Yeah, that recon had full vision of that stuff there. Just the visual bugs from Fog of War. Front shifting the aircraft over here would be a good call since he knows the opponent's fighter over there. And yeah, front shifting would be a great call with those fighter and bomber. But he still knows there's a Neo tank in the region, so he needs the anti-Neo tank tool in this region. A recon is not an anti-Neo tank tool. So it looks like it's going to keep the black bomber nearby. It does get a bit of resupply there from the 1% black boat. Battlecopter, infantry. And looks like Hawke or Von Bolt is playing a bit defensive here, rotating this medium tank towards the east flank. Neo tank will take out that anti-air, and the fighter will take out the battlecopter. The Neo tank is in vision range from this regular tank, so the bomber could get a good strike there, and the fighter can get a good strike on the fighter. This anti-air may be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The anti-air is in range of the fighter. This is quite massive. Having an ATR in range of the fighter means you get a free shot on in, recon, free shot there. Black Storm is now available. Any way to finish off the black Neo tank? Of course, you repaired up to 3, then up to 5 from Black Storm. But it doesn't look like it. It's going to cost a bit of fun to get it repaired up. That Neo tank will be at 5-0, which is a usable amount. Neo tank infantry and infantry. He only built a Neo tank with the Black Storm, so he's going to be eating a lot of repair damage costs next turn. Oh, and also this is definitely Ex Machina target. I don't think there's anything else on the map that's going to say Ex Machina strike right here, please. Here is the Black Storm, 129, 191, so there's quite a bit of value distance difference there. 152 versus 141, so good amount of health recovery and damage dealt. The fighter can easily take out the fighter there, but could go straight for the bomber. Taking out the bomber is higher priority, and it's after all his primary job, so it's probably better to sack the fighter and take out the bomber than the fighter no longer has any need to shoot down any other aircraft. Taking out battlecopters is nice, but its primary job is to take out the bomber, and you can just rely on ATR to take out the battlecopters. Does get some great picks over here. And Hawke is still very strong up north. Still next Machina target up here. It's going to be locked down again, that flank. Neo tank will strike the regular tank there. Infantry. We'll take the bomber there. That is the better target for it. The fighter can easily strike the fighter and has full vision and wrap around. And that would give enough for Ex Machina. Ex Machina is going to land over here. Does not fire off. He's trying to manipulate where Ex Machina is going to land. Very understandable. He does not want to land over here. He has a very strong grasp on this flank here. It's going to strike right here. I know it's going to strike right there. Yep, you can see the 1X there, so definitely did strike right here. Or at least right here. Definitely right there, because I'll strike all the same targets. Battlecopter on battlecopter. All that stuff's locked down. We just don't see it due to the cast of vision. Instead of 109,000, or instead of 138, Hawke starts from 109, so Von Bolt's about 8 turn ahead. That flank is locked down. Won't be wiped out. Rocket in the region. There's a couple good firing spots for the rocket, such as this forest here. It's Paul just trying to play defense over here. Black Lander here has 92 fuel, so it's at full enough health. Does not need to be resupplied anytime soon. Hawke goes for another fighter, but it's not really needed, so if the fighters won't be needed to gauge the other fighter, though it would be nice to gauge the battlecopters. Which is lacking 8 years now. Neo tank will strike the regular tank there. Battlecopter finish off the Neo tank. Fighter takes on another battlecopter and shooting range of this fighter here. Yeah, that is a lot of battlecopters here. Look, he does have ATR in range. Medium tank, recon. Let's see. Won't one-shot it, but if he pops a power, it could potentially one-shot it. That just goes for it. He always just rely on his power and superpower to top off his health again. Neo tank. Turn flip a property there. Vulnerable does a 26,000 income versus 23,000. Infantry. Battlecopter, infantry, anti-air, recon. Fighter will pick off another battlecopter. It's done its job, so we're going to do more of its job. Though this fighter is now full 4 health. Anti-air, battlecopter, infantry. Interrupts the capture with a 3 health battlecopter. Another black wave is available. Of course, can do another repair on this fighter with the 5 health and strike this other fighter here. Rocket in a position, out of range though. Decided to push forward the rocket onto the city so it can be seen, but looks like it's not in vision range at the moment. Battlecopter, infantry, tank. Good shots there. Anti-air will take out the battlecopter. Does spot the medium tank, but not the rockets. Does spot the rocket there, and is in range of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Hawke's making pretty good counterattack down here as well. Infantry, battlecopter, tank. Insert 153,000. Vulnerable has 146. It feels like Hawke is in better position. Oh, rocket takes out the anti-air, which will give his battlecopters more free reign. Tank, battlecopter, stroke. If he takes out both anti-airs, then his battlecopters are able to just get some good work done. Rocket is exposed and in vision range of this tank in the woods. It knows the tank is there from previous turn, but has lost vision of it this turn. This is Global League. Maybe it doesn't remember the tank being there. Either way, that rocket's going to receive a free shot there from the tank. It's definitely a good idea to charge a tank into it. Decides not to charge a tank into it. I'd say it would have been worth it. Does double tap that medium tank, leaving this neo tank here. Hawke's pretty close to another Black Storm, and we also got another Ex Machina potentially on the way. Next Ex Machina target could strike right here. Black Storm is available, so you may want to skip out on deploying stuff this turn. Meteor strike there. Neo tanks will strike Neo tank. Bomber here, so Ex Machina target will likely strike here now, or maybe somewhere it can strike both the lander and the black or the bomber, but doesn't look like it. No, looks like it will just simply not get the Ex Machina. Black Storm summoned. Strikes that Neo tank, and Ex Machina's available. Strikes the medium tank there. Anti-air will strike rockets. Yep, now looks like the Ex Machina target will be over here. Also black, but will probably be targeted from, so it's probably targeted right there. So this is pretty valuable there as well. So yeah, the Ex Machina looks like now it's going to strike over here. Looks like Von Bolt's starting to disintegrate. Hawke ends turn of 160,000. Von Bolt starts turn 79. Ex Machina struck this battlecopter and everything around it. So that flank will be locked down. It'll help him stabilize the region, get some reinforcements going. Does strike the bomber 4 health. 4 health, which is a poor health. We'll even take time to strike the Neo tank. That suggests to me maybe he's resigning this turn with that sort of attack. Maybe not. Takes out some units over here. Oh, loses his tank there. Tank, battlecopter, infantry. And Bombbolt does go ahead and resign. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.